Welcome back to Low Buck Builds. In today's video, we're doing something a little different. We're going to see if some old welders I inherited from my grandfather still work. So both these welders have been outside in the elements for over 10 years. They were underneath what's basically an awning. So today we're going to see if they still work. So last year on New Year's, my grandfather passed away and I inherited a few things from him, including a couple of these welders I dug out from underneath an awning. They've both been sitting outside for probably 10 years plus, and I'm curious to see if they will work. I think it'll make a neat video. I'd watch it, so why not? We'll give it a shot. So today we're going to see if we can get these welders working and kind of see if they still work after 10 years. So stay tuned.
I should have been a fishing YouTuber.
So in the last video, we added this Discover 4x4 Team 149 sticker. I met them at a convention in Kalamazoo, off-road convention, and they do off-road training. Today, we are adding my local Jeep club, Michiana Jeep Club. Maybe a sticker here to add to the cabinet. So again, if you want to get your sticker up here, hit me up on email, info@lowbuckbuilds.com, or Facebook or Instagram. So from my grandfather, I inherited a few things here. I inherited this red MIG welder, this black stick welder, this torch set, which I'm still working on. I had to buy new hoses. I'm probably gonna have to buy some new gauges and stuff for. And I inherited a moo. This is a moo. So the first one is this little MIG welder. What's kind of cool about this is I looked up this brand, Canex, and I cannot find a MIG welder. They have a couple of flux cores, but this one's a MIG. So the second one is this old stick welder on a custom made cart that weighs like 100 pounds. It is heavy. All right, here we go. It is 120, so it's not gonna do anything real heavy. Okay, I don't see any smoke going off. Wire's running. Turn it up and see if it... Oof. Something definitely needs to be lubricated. Overall, good start. Alright, so here's what the inside looks like. Definitely dirty. I will clean and lube everything once we verify it actually works. I do have the pieces to put the wire on. So I'm gonna go get us a little spool of wire and I'll be back. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a store, get some wire for this because there's no wire inside, and I'll be right back. All right, so I picked up some super cheap wire from Harbor Freight, 030, because I'm assuming that's what this runs since it's 120. So we're gonna throw it in here and see if we make sparks. So this wire runs about $10 at Harbor Freight for a roll of it. I believe this is a 2-pound spool. Again, it's 030. I'm just assuming that's the size this is set up for. It didn't have wire in it, so I don't know. And the block is pretty rusty and dirty, so we can assume everybody knows what that means. I guess how this goes together is, okay, so he's got a spacer in here. Assume that goes, this goes first, and spring, this way. that.
So these were not the original components, so I had to kind of figure out how he had it together.
Tighten up here in a minute. There we go. Okay, it's a tensioner. Still no smoke coming out, so that's always a good sign. Wrong wire. So I went ahead and removed the tip and everything just to make it easier to feed the wire through. Hey, it fed. Alright, so again, I took the tip off and everything, so it have an easy time getting through everything. Looks like our wire's feeding, that's a good start. Means at least our drive motor and stuff's good. We'll go ahead and throw our tip back on. I'm gonna have to dig up something to weld because I didn't think we'd get this far, honestly. Go a little more. Hopefully this brass tip's good. I know I have some somewhere. Yep, good enough for what we're doing. Sweeper stud, nope. Alright. Do a little tiny unit. Grab our coupler. This is just press on. It's like, I'm gonna add some tension. Go ahead and make this. Alright, we're not gonna worry about gas right now. We're just gonna see if it makes sparks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get things set up with a piece of metal and we'll see if it makes sparks. Be right back. I cut a couple pieces of plate here. We're just gonna see if it makes sparks. Hate this tip. Might have to get a tip for it, that's for sure. It's not a good sign, guys. Yep, I don't think she's any good. I don't know, this ground's so bad. Ah. Alright, so bad ground. Needs to be cleaned up. But it is actually good. Alright, that's a good sign. So let's see if the gas leaks. We'll start there next. Alright, let's see if the gas line leaks. Gas is hooked up. I don't even know if this bottle has gas, so I probably should have checked that, huh? I don't think this has any gas in it. For what I was shooting this video for, it works. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It welds. It needs bigger wire. It needs to be gone through. The ground cable needs to be cleaned up. And it needs some gas, because I think this bottle's just out. Overall, this one's repairable. We're going to say it's good. For now, I got to get some different wire. I need to go through it a little bit. I need to get some gas. I have gas over there. But for what this video is for, hey, it works. Made sparks. The ground needs to be cleaned up. These are all not that big of a deal. So let's move on to the other welder. So here we are with welder number 2. And before I can even plug it in and try it out, I've already found an issue. The grounds broke off on this one. I'm not going to use it like that. So I went to the store. I bought a new plug. We're going to put that on before we even try this. It's 220, so I don't want to mess around with it.
Okay, it's a couple days later. Winter is back in Michigan. It is 15 degrees outside, 34 in the garage. So we're going to heat it up and we're going to see if we can get this rod welder working. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're going to call that warm enough to finish this video real quick.
Got my 220 here. I'm going to do it on the floor so I can let go if anything starts going crazy. Alright, we're hot. See what happens. Alright, it's making noise, so that's a good sign. I don't see anything smoking. So I had higher hopes for this one since it's pretty much all sealed up unlike the other one. So let's get everything set up and see if we can weld something with it. I have not stick welded probably since I was in high school in shop class, so I will give it a shot. I'm not going to wear a helmet because we're just going to see if it makes any noise. Alright, let's give it a shot. Whoa! Woo! Yep, you can tell I haven't done it in a while. Alright, so she fires. So I'm going to try to clamp this up and actually, oh wow. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp these down. I'll grab my helmet and we'll actually try to make something look a little better than that. So just give me a second here. Okay, I got my helmet. I turned it down. It was on like 200 amps. So now we're running about 75. See if we can do anything. Where are my gloves? Alright, I turned the amperage way down. It's about 75. And see if we can do anything here. Definitely on the stick.
Just wanted to say through this part that I did try striking it like a match and tried not making contact, just barely. It just, I think the ground clamp needs to be replaced, or maybe I should have ground the metal and cleaned it up a little bit, but it shouldn't have been this bad. So I'm thinking changing the ground, and I think that'll fix the issue. I even tried raising the amperage back up to about 120, 140, which is plenty for an 1/8 inch rod. So I'm gonna put a new clamp on this eventually down the road.
Alright, it seems to be working. I think the ground needs to be cleaned up, just like with the other welder. Could be user. Like I said, I haven't used a stick welder since I was probably 18 and I'm 43. Overall, I think it works, and I'm not done with this one. So I'm going to clean up the ground on this one. I'm going to try to use this one. The other one, the MIG welder over here, I think I'm going to give that away. Let somebody else tinker with it. I have too many projects right now. I think it will work. It just needs the right wire, needs a new ground, needs gas. So I'm going to keep the bottle in the cart, but I'm going to give the welder away. If there's somebody out there that lives in the southwestern Michigan area and wants a free welder to play with, hit me up in the comments and you can have it for free. I'm keeping the cart and I'm keeping the gas tank, but if you want the welder to tinker with and play with, come get it. If not, I'm going to put it on Craigslist at the end of the week. But yeah, come have it, play with it, see if you can get it going. This one over here I am going to keep. I'm going to try to fix it up because I have some things I can use a stick welder for around the shop. So I'm going to fix this one up. If you want to see me fixing this welder up, it'll probably be in an upcoming video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button as well. That helps out the channel. I believe we're up to 3,200 subscribers now. So thank you guys. And if you're not subscribed, join in. So I'm going to wrap this up, get these things out of the way. I got to get the TJ in, get it ready for off-road trip coming up this weekend. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And again, if you want a welder, you live local, hit me up in the comments or info@lowbuckbuilds.com. And I'll see you in the next video.